Hey there, I'm Heidi Swapp and I'm here at Scrapbook.com, and I want to show you quick and easy ways that you can just whip out a bunch of Christmas cards. And it's really just using this boxed Christmas card set. You get 40 cards with envelopes, and they're already pre-scored. They're nice and heavy cardstock, perfect for card making. So there's a bunch of the fun designs from my Winter Wonderland collection. And what I've done, you guys, seriously, so easy, super fast, and really fun. So let me just show you. This is kind of where we're going. What I did was I used this Heidi Swapp glue pen, and I wrote just big chunky Christmas words. Merry, I got joy, it could be Christmas, it could be whatever. Holly jolly, whatever you want. The glue pen comes in 2 different sizes, so you can do a more fine or you can do thick and chunky. I love the thick and chunky. So let me show you how this works. And then I'm just gonna show you how I quickly pretty them up with the ephemera and stuff. So, all right, I've already got more of these cards. And when you open this up out of the packaging, you kind of have to get it primed. So let's see. You wanna take a scrap of paper and just kind of press down on it. This one I've already had going. But you want to make sure that the glue is flowing, and you do that by pressing down on the nib. All right, so let's start with this green one now. You guys are pressure, right? It's hard to write good when people are watching you. So just kind of, let's all just act casual. We're just gonna pretend like it's just me right here, right? Okay, so no, seriously, you're making me nervous. All right, I got this. I kind of like to make sure that my glue is running. So I got a Merry there. I'm going to stick with what works here. Merry there, and a joy. Okay, all right, we got this. Okay, now I have the MINC here because I love to run it through with the MINC. But what we're really doing here is an adhesive transfer, which means you can do this even if you don't have a MINC. And I'm going to show you that in just a minute. But I like to let these dry just until they're tacky. You don't have to wait for very long. And we're going to run these all through the MINC at the same time. So that'll be a great way to save some time as well. So I'm just going to pop these in here. Now, I've got a few different colors of foil going here too. So I think I'm going to use this rose gold. It doesn't really matter if it's opened or closed, but because I'm trying to get these all to lay down nice and flat in here, sometimes that's easier. Tuck that guy underneath. You want to make sure that the foil is covering all of the glue. So I'm going to put some gold right here over the Christmas trees. And I'm going to put some red foil over the joy. All right, so I've got them all in here, and I just kind of want to carefully lay down the transfer sheet. All right, we're all in here, and now I'm going to go ahead and send it through the MINC. Kind of just hold it as it goes through because you've got so many pieces in here at once. Okay, I can already see where it's working. So I'm going to lift up the transfer folder. I don't want to do any reveals that are too early. So let's go ahead and peel back the joy. And what I love about this is that, you can see that kind of brushed, imperfect look that you get from a handwritten card. There's the Merry. And so again, you kind of see a little bit of the brush stroke from the pen. And the rose gold Merry, which turned out super cute as well. All right, now, that, for some of us, that might be a perfectly, like, this looks awesome, ready to go. Pop it in the envelope, send it on its way. But if we want to be overachievers, and we're all kind of in that overachieving club, you know, that we belong to. So let me just show you some fun ways that you can kind of spice it up a little bit for the holidays. So for this Mary one, you can see that I've used a big like 2-inch circle so that I could kind of create an element. And what's fun about this is it creates an element that works on the outside and works on the inside. So I just took a little bit of adhesive, doesn't have to be very much. This is a vellum piece in the ephemera set. And I just kind of line it up, keeping in mind that the envelope, you're going to have to trim that up so that the envelope won't eat it unless you're giving it on the top of a package as a tag or something. And then I'm just peeling off, like so easy, the dimensional sticker. And I'm just going to pop it right up here in the corner. And that one looks like I put a lot of effort into it because it even has stitching. So I love that. Beautiful, ready to go. Next, let's take a look at this polka dot one, which is obviously super cute. You wouldn't even need to do anything to it. But since we all have all this fun ephemera, why wouldn't we want to kind of play with it, right? So this is when the dimensional adhesive kind of comes into play. And I will be completely honest, I think that when I made this card, because I used this calendar, I'd already cut the word December off it, and I'd already cut a bunch of the stuff off it. And so it was just kind of an extra piece laying around. So let's just remember where I was. It kind of pains me to cut that up. But anyway, it's super cute on the card. So this is for when you've already trimmed it, cut it apart. So I went ahead and kind of made a little fold over on the edge, and I'm just stapling that right in place. I also have this fun, it's like a little mini ticket, and I'm going to fold that in half. I'm also going to staple that right on the edge. All right, I cannot get enough of this cute Season's Greetings piece. And because I am going red on red, I'm just going to kind of sand the edges. You can use a sanding block, a distressing block, a little piece of sandpaper from the garage, whatever works. And I'm just going to put some dimensional adhesive on here. Super quick. All right. Just kind of overlapping that. And then I have this really cute red cardinal. I just love him in this collection. But what I'll tell you happened is I had already cut it apart for something else, and I was left with some of these extras. And so trim apart the ephemera a little bit and create some layers. Once you use your ephemera pieces, or like I really like to cut them apart and make them work the best for whatever the project is that I'm doing. Keep them, because you never know when you can just use them for extra layers. All right, and then I just like to pop that cute bird on there. So, love that, super fun. And then for my last trick, this is beautiful. It would be good to go. But I just love this big poinsettia. And so what I did was I actually fussy cut this poinsettia out of the paper. Or you could even if you don't have the paper, you could obviously, there's tons of cards in here. If you don't think you're going to use them all, you could cut it right out of one of the cards. So I know, right? Using a card, 2 cards to make 1 card. Don't know. But let me just show you my little trick here. So I've cut the poinsettia out, and I'm going to take my glue pen, and I'm just going to kind of add a few dots to that. And we're going to let it just kind of dry until it's tacky. I've got an extra little leaf here. Attach this, and I'm just putting some dimensional dots, and I'm just going to layer it just sort of almost perfect over what's printed. All right, now the trick here is that this has to be dry to tacky. All right, so you don't want to still see white. I will tell you, one of the ways that I get stuff to dry quick is to lay it right on top of the MINC. The MINC creates a bunch of heat, and so why not use that to dry your projects while you're working on different stages? Works like a charm. It's not white anymore. So, like I was telling you, you can use the glue pen without even running it through the MINC. So, I've got a little glue right there in the center of the poinsettia, a little piece of foil, again, with the back of the foil down. I'm going to press that right on there. Just kind of give it a little bit of pressure, and then peel it right up. And I've just added some foil effects right there in the center of the flower. You can add that anywhere, at any time, in any of the papers. It's a great way to just add a little extra pop, right? So let's get a couple dimensional stickers on here. We'll layer it right back on. All right, I kind of like to figure out where it lined up a little bit. And there you have it. Beautiful, dimensional, really cool, extra special, personalized, meaningful, all those things. So you guys, really so easy to grab a card set, a glue pen, a little bit of foil, maybe some of these extras, and make pretty holiday stuff. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video and you want to see more from Scrapbook.com, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a message. Happiness is life handmade.